Hey, what's up, people? It's your boy Evans Ongwae, and most of you have been asking me, okay, Evans, you must be a genius because at your age, how do you know so much, and how have you achieved a lot at your small age, at your young age? And I tell people it is because I have only four things I need to do in my life: to build, to learn, to sell, and to network. Learning is the most important of them, because if I don't learn, I won't be able to network. If I don't learn, I won't be able to sell. And if I don't learn, I won't be able to network. And if I don't learn, I won't be able to build anything. So learning is the most important thing, and it is the first thing you have to do, to understand. The first thing you wake up early in the morning, what you do have to do is to learn these basic things. But because I have my framework on what I want to do in life, basically I presume that you also have yours. And what I'm going to teach you today is the ways you are going to retain most of the content that you are going to learn. Because if you don't retain the content, your brain is just a cognition machine. It's just a simulation machine. It is going to recognize patterns according to the memories it has or the experiences. But if you, as you can see right now, social media has actually weaponized short-term and dopamine attention. So it is fucking hard for you to concentrate for long periods or retain information for a while. If you've been scrolling, I want you to scroll. Once you have scrolled, ask yourself what you just watched on the previous video. And if you can't retain it, know that you are among the people who have been psyoped. The psychological operations, the people who have been brainwashed, the people who have been manipulated with these social platforms. So how are you going to learn? There are so many ways you can learn. It depends on your personality, it depends on your attention, it depends on the way you actually do it. But that is not the important thing. The important thing is the way you get exposure to that information, and the way you are going, and the methods you are going to use to retain it. I have my own framework. I don't know how it is going to work, but if I'm willing to share this with you, maybe it is going to help you somewhere. So, personally, I retain 10% of what I read. If I read something, I retain only 10% of things. And I love to read before I go to bed, so that I can contemplate, I can dream on what I just read. And when I wake up early in the morning, I love listening to something. I love listening to what I just read yesterday, just to rack up my mind. And once I do that, I retain almost 20% of what I just hear or listen to, or what I just read last night. And once I do that, I go and apply that. I only have four things I told you. I'm learning, building, selling, networking. I go and apply that in the real world. I see with my eyes, and then I believe in it. When I do that, I retain 30% of what I see. And when I combine seeing plus hearing, I retain around 50% of what I see and hear. And if I discuss the topic with someone, I retain around 70%, not exactly, but estimatedly around 70% of what I discuss with another person. So when I learn something, I love discussing it with another person, or maybe making a video trying to explain it to you guys. That is how I retain 70% of the materials that I get exposed to. Thirdly, or maybe the second last but not the least, what I do experience. If I learn about psychology and I go out there and try and actually get exposed to it physically in this dimension, I retain 80%, because I get to contemplate, I get to feel the emotions, I get to engage myself in it. And I can say that I retain almost 80% of what I learn through experience. And lastly, what I teach others. If I teach someone something, I won't be able to forget it easily. I think that this is the best way to learn anything. Just go and learn a paragraph of something and go out there and teach someone else. And if you actually do that, personally, I retain at least 75%, because I try to reconstruct what I just learned, not exactly sentence by sentence, but I try to come up with my own understanding of what I just read in the context of trying to equate with what I already read. And that is the best way you can learn something, because you are now coming up, you are now generating, you are now engaging your neurons in creating new things. But that thing must be correlated with the concept that you are teaching. and that is the best way you can learn. And if you learn something from here, I want you to have a wonderful day. I want you to comment down below on what you want to learn next. Subscribe and like, and save the video. Send it to someone who needs to hear this. Have a lovely day. I love you all. Peace out.